Happy Mindset Monday. Can you hear me? How are we doing? What's going on in the chat? Yesterday was Christmas, if you celebrate. How's everyone doing? Tell me how your week has been. How was your holiday? Have you celebrated? What's the good news? What's the haps? Hello, everybody. All right. So who do we have here? Let's see. I know that there's got to be more than that because... Oh, you know what, everybody? I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi off. So I'm running it on Wi-Fi. Is it working? It seems to be working all right, I guess. I'm having a hard time pulling the studio up, though, on this side. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it might be okay. All right. Okay, we're fine. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see who we got. Leanne, Cassie Lynn, Shantae, you stay. Hello. Anna, hello. Dina, hi. Belwick, Gina, right? It's been a minute, so my brain can almost remember. I'm pretty sure. No, Gabby, right? It's a 4-letter G name, I'm pretty sure, right? Gabby. Sometimes my brain turns it to Gina, but I think it's Gabby. Let me know. Leanne. Oh, I said Leanne, but hello, Leanne again. Ashley. Mimi. Van, Scorpio Angel, hello. Hello, fellow Scorpio Angel. Halima, Rachel, hello. Tiffany, hey. Samira, Bianca, Alicia, Mur family, Nay, hello. Gabby, right? Hello, Gabby, sorry. SG, Aquarian, hey. How's everyone doing? How was your holiday if you celebrated? If not, how was your week? What are we celebrating? What did you manifest? What's the good news? Let's start there. And Guitar Bert, hello. Guitar Bert says, I hit the like button. Thanks, Guitar Bert. I appreciate that. And I'm pretty sure we're still like rocking with this like 30-second delay. I don't know if that's like the norm from now on, but it just seems like that's what it is. So if I don't see what you're saying right away, it's because I'm on the chat's on a delay. So and I don't know how to fix it. But we'll just affirm that it's perfectly on time and it's instant. I love that. I love that it's instant. Okay. Okay. Gabby says, SP is on his way right now to meet my family and I in the mountains. I've been affirming. He always tells me I love you first. Excuse me. He always tells me I love you, and my first I love you is my Christmas gift. Yay! Congrats. That's awesome. Have fun. Leanne says my boyfriend. Oh, Leanne said my boyfriend. Leanne usually says my SP. Okay, Leanne. Leanne's boyfriend helped her rearrange her apartment this afternoon. So you drastically shifted the energy of your space. Oh, we were talking about that. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. Now you just need to put things away and organize it. Yes, that's exciting. Shantae says, my fiance surprised me with my first tarot deck for Christmas. First of all, I'm super excited just to get it. Secondly, I can just say what a great new version of SP. Shout out. Thanks, 360. Thank you, Shantae. 360 testimonial right there. Better version of myself, too. I used to hide who I really am. Yay. Okay, hold on. I got to take a screenshot of this real fast. No, wait. Did I get it? No, I was in this mode. Get this going. Yay, Shantae. So proud of you. My husband got me These are the tarot cards that I got for Christmas. I'm so excited. Garbage Pail Kids. Any of my 80s fellow 80s children can appreciate this. I'm so excited about these. They're really fun. They look really good. So yay for tarot, yay for Christmas if you celebrate, yay for holidays if you celebrate anything. I don't want to leave anybody out, and I also know that not everyone's celebrating this time of year. But if you are, cool. If you're not, hey, we're here now. Rachel says the holiday was fun. My family enjoyed their gifts, and I got some cool stuff too. Yay, that's so awesome. Garima says, happy holidays. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am, and same to you. Where did this one go? I asked about a video about choosing between two people. I'm pretty sure I have a video about when you have two specific persons, don't I? Pretty sure I do. If I do, if the moderators, if a moderator could please link that in the chat, that'd be great. Please, thank you. Rachel, oh, you had a 4-day weekend as well. Yay, that's exciting. That's really exciting. SG says celebrating my sister having twins. Yay, how exciting! Are they when were they born on Christmas Day? Not that it matters, but it's always an interesting birthday, I'm sure. Scorpio, I'm so sorry to hear. We're here for you. I know there's nothing that can be said to make that easy. Just take all the time that you need to heal and focus on your healing and your health and your well-being and your family as much as you can versus worrying about what an SP is doing right now, because it's just not the time. It's the time to focus on your healing and grieving and stuff. And if you don't do that work, you're going to have to do it later. It's going to pop up again. Not that like grief ever goes away, but that grieving process is really important to do. And so if you focus too much on other people, and this goes for whether you're grieving or not at any time, if you're focusing too much on your specific person and not enough on your own well-being and what you're doing with your mind all day long, then you're not really doing the work that needs to be done to really make change. But again, we're here for you, and I'm sorry. And we have a really loving community that you can lean on here, and I encourage you to. Judy, you manifested your dog having good health. That's so awesome. Proud of you and happy for your doggy. Piper, you asked a question on my Instagram. Sometimes I don't see everything. There's a lot to see, a lot of comments and questions and stuff. So I don't always see them, or my team we might miss it. So feel free to type it here. Anna's deep cleaning your apartment right now. Nice. That's a good way to start off the new year. Dina says, manifesting, stepping into my ideal self more and more, and it feels really good doing that. Yay, Dina. I'm so happy to hear that. Tony, hello. Michelle, hello. Gabby, oh, your boyfriend got there. Yay, have so much fun. Oh, that's literally what Leanne said, like word for word. That's so funny. Okay. Tiffany says, good news. I'm getting my second royalty check for my book. Can't believe it. So grateful. Also have 2 new interviews this week. Lots of money. I turned 40 and feeling a lot better. Yes, garbage fail. Yay, Tiffany. Congrats. That's so awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. Look at you over there being an author and shit. Tony, glad it's been a minute since we've seen you. How have you been? Katie, hello. Welcome back. Or welcome late. Doesn't matter. Whenever you're here. Oh, as she says, twins not born yet. We saw the sonogram. Yay. That's so exciting. How fun. Black Goddess, hello. Lucida, hello. As Tony says, manifested spending the holidays with my SP and his fam. Yay. Yes. Awesome. 360 fam. We love that. Speaking of 360 fam, 360 is coming back around next month in January, towards the end of January. So I'll announce it more, but just keep that in mind. If anybody's interested in joining 360, if you've been wanting to do that, if you want to join the live program and get live coaching with me, 360 will be available for sign up next month. That's not even really, that's not even really what I had. I have like a lot to say today, or not a lot to say, but like there's always a bunch going on, but that wasn't even really the thing. It just popped up, but why not? Why not just go with it? I wasn't even, I'll just let that scroll and then I'll talk about it in a minute. Fly girls, hello. Astro Haley, hi. Oh, Astro Haley manifested a kitty. Yay, how exciting. I know Rebecca from Synergy Fam, she manifested a puppy for Christmas. So we're really excited to see that doggy too. Lovebird, hello. Thank you for the kind words. Katie Williams says, manifested a great Christmas despite circumstances, putting that past the test training to work. Yay, hold on. I got to do, there's another, we got to take our little testimonials when we get them. Thank you, Katie. So glad that it's working for you. Pass the test was in like September, and you're still using it and it's working for you and it's helping you get through this time of year. And that's amazing. And thank you for sharing that with us. Piper says, I asked if you ever got negative thoughts about yourself or anyone else. I answered that question. I did. I said, yeah, absolutely. I remember answering that. Is it possible I didn't hit send? That's a possibility. It has been known to happen for around these parts. So I remember answering it, but if I ever get negative thoughts about myself or anyone else, 100%, because how do I say this? The thoughts are still going to come. It's just like, do you listen to them? Do you fall under the spell of them? Do you give them, a moment of attention? And then the answer, of course, should be no in a perfect world. But like what I have found is that once you become, how do I say this? Once you like get to a point where you've manifested enough of an ideal that like you feel, the word safe is coming to mind, but what I mean by that obviously is like you like feel confident in your manifesting ability and you're like, okay, this is how my life's going to be from now on. I'm never going back, blah, blah, blah. When you kind of get to that space and then you're just like, your job becomes existing as a conscious manifester every day of the rest of your life. To me, I feel like you're not a different person, right? You're still you and you still have the same programming, the same technically the same path, right? Like you don't have to believe in it or adhere to it, but it's still like what made you who you are in this moment, even if in this moment you're choosing to detach your past from your story. It's still the you that has that past that is detaching the past, if you think about it, right? So you're still you. It's just that you're you with like a lot better set of tools. You're you with more awareness. You're you with more patience. You're you with more dedication to yourself. You're you with more, of more of a commitment to prioritizing yourself. And I think that's what's the biggest thing is like, when you get the stuff you want, you still can't stop prioritizing yourself. You still have to make sure that whatever you've manifested or whatever you're experiencing now in your new section of reality or segment of life is fulfilling you enough, or you're still doing the fulfillment work to stay fulfilled within that reality. Because if you don't, you can lose momentum, you can slip back into your old ways. And so it's really important that, again, you work at it every day, you dedicate yourself to it. There's nothing more important than this. And even as you ascend through different levels and get the things that you want, you never stop this core practice of maintaining your self satisfaction, fulfillment, and love and all that stuff. Oh yeah. So just so you know, I've been talking about my business mastermind for a few months now. It's officially in pre-enrollment right now. So anybody that's a business owner, a coach, an entrepreneur, looking to kind of elevate to their next level, believe in their business more, to bring in the aligned people and align themselves to the business that they want to be, the business that they want to have, align themselves to the business owner that they want to be. That is our brand new business mastermind that is open for pre-enrollment today. Pre-enrollment lasts for a week. So it's a 3-month mastermind starting in January. If you sign up within pre-enrollment, then you also get an extra private one-on-one session with me. So anybody that's been interested in the business mastermind, you can sign up right now, roxytalks.com, and join that. And again, if you sign up between now and January 2nd, then you will get the pre-enrollment bonus, which is a 30-minute one-on-one session with me, which I obviously don't offer those anymore. Yay. And Leanne can link that in the chat. Days, is the business mastermind good for artists and artists and influencers? Artists and influencers as well. Yes, definitely. If you're looking to like monetize and make a business out of your art, or your presence or your community, whatever it is, definitely. So it's basically for anybody that's like a self-made person, anybody that's self-made and trying to create their own thing in the world, and wants to work on the belief part of it, the part of it that's going to get you over the hump of like wanting a business and having one, or like having some sales, and or businesses booming type stuff, and give us a place to get together and share ideas, share insights, share progress and successes, and really learn from each other. Holding space for the businesses and the ideas that we have, and then obviously having that inspiration of when you're around other business owners and they're talking about what they're doing and their ideas and all that stuff, you're just like, oh, like all these things are firing and wiring, and you're all these new ideas are coming through, this new possibility, and it just like really opens up your ideas about like what you can do for yourself and your business. So I'm really excited because this has been something that's been a long time coming. Fly Girl says, I'm so glad you're doing business coaching as someone who understands spiritual and universal laws. Yeah, totally. I'm there too. And I always have such a good time when I talk business with people. When I would do one-on-one coaching and the person I was talking to was an entrepreneur, which a lot of my clients were, and like that's what we would talk about. I would just have like the most that would fire me up the most, is like helping people expand what they think about themselves and what they think is possible for themselves with their business, and what they can do going forward. So I'm very excited as well to open up this segment of my coaching to business owners and people who are doing what I'm doing, because these are the people. You guys are like me. We're manifestors and we're running our own businesses. This is a very small niche. So it'll be a great place for us to connect. And I'm really excited to host this arena for people that think like I do, and where we will confer and grow together. Days where there'll be a replay. No, so there won't be a replay. This is going to be a hot seat coaching. So this will be personalized, but in a group setting, basically. So we'll get together and we will have just real conversations about business. We'll be talking one-on-one with each other in a group setting. So anybody that is there, and watching gets immense value. I'll be sharing a lot about what I'm doing with my business. And then anybody, when they're getting coaching, obviously gets immense value. And there's also, community and other aspects, Q&As and things like that. that goes along with it, but it won't be something that's a replay. This is me kind of expanding higher into my mentoring and coaching on a larger scale. So so yeah, it's something that you'll be, if you're in the mastermind, you'll get replays, but it won't be out to the public. Aya says, and for the people who want to start a business, that too. There, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. People that are wanting to start a business. It's going to be all business talk, basically. So, which obviously the ideas are universal and can go towards any genre, essentially. But yeah, but if you're looking to start a business, yes, it would definitely be beneficial to you 100%. Lemire, are there any one-on-one coaching? Okay, so what I offer for one-on-one coaching as of right now is a 3-month package. And I'm not doing one-off coaching anymore. So that's why I'm not, with the business mastermind, the pre-enrollment bonus is a one-off one-on-one, because I'm not offering that anymore. So that's why it's a bonus. I'm really looking to work with people long term, because that's where success really happens, is in the long term. So this is why I have Synergy, which is my long term membership, and my masterminds. It's going to be 3 months to start off with, but I will probably do another one or do longer ones, and I may eventually open another mastermind that's not business related. But I'm switching to more of a long-term model and kind of working with people on a longer scale so that we can grow way bigger. One-off coaching is great and helpful, but the results that I've seen from people that have been in this new way of doing it for the last few months, they've just grown so much in such a short amount of time that it's like, this is just obviously where our focus needs to be, is like really honing in on becoming the ideal versions of ourselves, getting everything thought-wise, in the physical reality on board, and then using that platform to go wherever you want to go. So, yeah, long-term commitment is kind of where it's at if you want to see real change, real growth, and do big things. And that's kind of what I'm interested in right now. I said before, I'm kind of like, I'm tired of like playing small in general. And so, I don't want to do small coaching either. I want to do like, let's do some stuff. Let's make some shit happen. Not that I don't want to say not that anyone's stuff is small. I'm just saying like less minute focus and more like bigger picture focus is kind of where I'm at personally. And so I'm just taking my business with me, because that's what we do as business owners, right? We have to let our businesses grow and morph with us so that we can feel free enough to continue creating and running the business. So, Days, you've been reading Rich as Fuck, yes, and Get Rich Lucky Bitch. Yay, those are such good books. The new one I'm reading right now is called How Rich People Think. I really like that one. It's very black and white. It's like each chapter is like a page long. It's just like how rich people think versus how like the middle class or like the majority of people think, and it just compares a type of thought. Oh, thanks, baby. It compares like a type of thought process to another. So this book is really fucking good. Actually, today's I really liked. Let me see where I was today. Today, one that I read was middle class believes people are out to get them. World class believes the universe is conspiring to help them. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff in here about the energetics of what you're doing with your money, or with your mindset about money, but it's very practical, but it's more so it just talks about the thought process. But the thing that I underlined in this chapter was they race towards their goals and dreams, believing they are being assisted at every turn. And I really thought about that. It's like that idea of like leaping without a net. If you knew that you were guided at every turn, or if you knew that you weren't going to fall if you jumped, you know what I mean? You would just do it. So acting without fear, or acting through fear, and just pushing to continue being the version of you that is like taking leaps, and not just leaps, but taking leaps towards their ideal not just wanting to be ideal, not just manifesting being ideal, but actually taking the steps, doing the things that your ideal would do, knowing that it's going to lead you there and it's going to help you continue to become that version. Thank you for the nail compliment. Oh, Fly Girls also mentioned you're a badass at making money. Yeah, that was a good one too. I like that one too. So that's what's going on with the mastermind. Then we also have the December master. That word is so prevalent. The December master training, which is on Wednesday. That's a 1 to 2 hour training where we get together. I always say, get in, get out, get the information, go apply it. And this is our kind of like little huddled together group program that we do once a month. And this month is the New Year, New You Master Training. So obviously we're going to be talking about shedding the 2022 us and welcoming in the 2023 us. That is this Wednesday. And I'm going to raise the price on it tomorrow at midnight PST. So if you're interested in joining that, I would grab it now before the price goes up. And the price will double. It's $111 right now. And it'll go up to $222 at midnight on Tuesday. So I was going to do it tonight, but I was like, I'll just give an extra day. So that's what's going on with that. And the January group program is on sale now, open for enrollment. And that one is all about using your zodiac, your big three, your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign to embody your most powerful. I keep hearing final form, but like basically like your most powerful self that uses the tools that you kind of have built in already. And we're taking the stuff that's like negative traits and we're going to turn those into superpowers. So that's what's happening for the January program. I know I just threw a lot of stuff at you, but that's what we're doing. We're just having fun sharing the word and spreading the message. Shantae says, fuck yeah, that's how you're helping millions, like you planned from the beginning. Yes, Shantae, thank you. You're right. And I've started to say billions now because I already know the millions has already happened. So got to keep going. But yes. Blacklit Chick says, I'll be there Wednesday. Yay. I'm excited to see you. Let's take a little screenshot of this. We always love to share when our community members are. Did that work? Come on, man. Enjoying. Yay. Okay, cool. And then Leanne linked all of those things in the chat. I'm going to pin this one to the chat, the New Year, New You Master Training. If you want to grab that, that's pinned to the chat. So, yeah, lots of cool things happening. 2023 is going to be it's going to be a new year for all of us. And so I want to be mindful of what I'm doing going into it. I want to make sure that the business that I am ushering into this new year is the business that I want to be running and the business that fulfills me. And I'm doing what makes me happy and excited to do my work. And I want to also, impart that philosophy and energy onto you guys as well, and making sure that you are approaching your next steps with intention, with focus, with appreciation and deliberation. Like I want you to be deliberate about what you're doing and deliberation. Is that the word I wanted to use? It's the word that came out. But I want being deliberate about what you're doing and how you're thinking and where you're going, because if you just kind of start, going in blind again, which is, I'm not judging. We all, kind of do it. We forget that we're manifesting. We forget that we're in control. We just start going about our lives again, reacting to what's going on. But as soon as you get back to that space, you're not really creating new stuff anymore. You're just existing in like a recycling of your of what you already have, which is fine. Again, it's always fine, but do you want fine or do you want like amazing? Um Anna says, I was having some anxiety about my boyfriend coming to Christmas Eve dinner, so he ended up bailing, and I saw how my silly anxieties manifested themselves. However, I did see him Christmas Day and from the work aspect. So that made it all a lot better. That's good. It was a learning experience. It's really all that matters. You got to see him. It's great. And you see that, like, we don't have to choose the stress about our people. I saw someone else asking a question. I started to manifest my person back, and then with love, Melinda, I don't want to read all your circumstances because we don't need to give them any more energy. I don't want to read them out. Just talking about third parties is still possible. Here's the deal. You really want to work really hard on not letting yourself believe what the 3D is showing you and what you're worried about, okay? Because when you're worried about something, you are actively making it happen in that moment. And that's the exact opposite thing that you want to do. When you're worried about something, the literal last thing you want is for that thing to happen, right? When you're worried about something happening, it's the last thing you want going down. And worrying about it is the thing that makes what you're worried about happen. Worrying is the thing that makes it happen. So, or stressing or whatever, not believing, whatever it is. So this is where 360 and really paying attention comes in, because you want to be so aware that you're doing that you can pump the brakes. Because I know what it feels like when your feelings are involved, when you have anxiety going with it, and you can't really get out of your head, and you're trying to get off the subject that's stressing you out. But it's hard because your brain won't stop going there, but you have to fight against it. If you don't, you already know, you're already having it. You're right here. You just explained. You're getting what you got. But if you at least work against the stream and try to redirect it and get back to your affirmations, or get yourself through it, talk yourself through it, anything but sitting around and continuing to worry the same thing, then you are at least shifting the tide and you're making change. But you have to do that. You have to maintain your awareness so that you don't just go full steam ahead in the direction of what you don't want, and then spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hours, days worrying, aka manifesting the thing that you don't want. You said, I think I'm more mad right now, and I know I fed into it. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, if you're mad, this is another part of the awareness, though. Okay, it's not just about being aware of like what you're saying. Like, okay, I realize that I'm mad right now, or I realize that I'm fucking like fucking up this manifestation or whatever, right? That's part of it, but you also need to look at like, okay, I'm mad right now. Why? Is my anger valid? Am I triggered from something else? Am I mad about what's going on right now, or does this have to do with something else? Do I need to express myself? Have I not been expressing myself? Am I expressing myself too much? Do I need to pull back? Like, the awareness goes deeper than just watching what you're saying. It's looking at why you're saying it, and really being there for yourself and getting yourself through those moments in the best way possible, instead of slipping back into the habit of worrying, doubting, fearing, over and over and over and over and over and over, playing out the scenarios, thinking of the things you need to say, the things that you should have said. Write them down. If you're somebody that needs to say stuff and you've been holding back, maybe say it. Maybe just write it down. If you're somebody that pops off too much, need to hold back, go take a walk and get 5 minutes. Go take a walk and get 5 minutes and write it down either way. Like, you can do that for both, but really it's what I'm trying to say is like, have awareness about what you need in the moment by being conscious, being aware, being in the moment, watching yourself, and help yourself through those moments instead of sitting there ruminating on the bullshit. Because when you're doing that, two things are happening. You're not feeling any better, and you're manifesting more of what you don't want. And you're prolonging it. So that too. Danny, you're so sweet. Thanks for the kind words. I'm glad you're back. Ashley, hello. You've definitely manifested. I don't know if that was the end of your sentence or not, but you manifested everything. You're manifesting right now. You're manifesting every moment of your life. Congrats. You're very powerful. Casey says, hi, Casey. I spent like 10 minutes last night talking to God about how I would love if my brother spent more time with me. And this morning he asked to watch TV with me. Circumstances don't matter. People can be changed. Yay, Casey. I'm so excited. I'm so glad to see you having change with the family stuff, because I know we've talked about that before. And sometimes it feels like family is immovable. Like you can't change who they are. Family is just going to be who they are because, who they be. Because essentially it's like it's almost like they've been who they are before you got here. But once you're interacting with them and their being, you kind of end up creating them based on your assumption of who they are and who they've always been. And so it feels like these people are not changeable, but they definitely are. So the second you start, like literally last night, it took you 10 minutes last night and you already saw change this morning. How many people here would love to spend 10 minutes right now and see change in a few hours? Every single person? So why don't you? You know what I mean? If you could do that, if you could just spend 10 minutes and set some intentions out there and talk about what you want and then not do a bunch of stuff to undo it, worrying, doubting, fearing, like we were just talking about, then you could have these things within hours. Like manifestation does not take long. So if it is taking long, you really need to look at, what am I doing to still believe that I'm living this life? Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle says hit the like button. Thanks, Michelle. Please hit the like button. Why not? Ashley, I might call you Juice. I know it's a subliminal Juice, but I might call you Juice, or I might remember your name is Ashley if my brain gets it. But you did finish your sentence. Good. Awesome. Good. Okay. I wasn't sure. Sometimes like you'll hit return and then the thing sends it before you're ready. Okay. Mimi says, I can't wait for the new year. I'm a new me and manifesting has helped me has helped me. So once I honed in on it and I realized I'm always manifesting. Oh, that was end. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm so good at knowing when the end of the sentence is, obviously. All the Ashleys are congregating. We're going to have an Ashley party and they're going to all manifest. Hannah, you have some tea. Oh, Hannah, I'd love to. Hold on. Okay. Let's hear it, Hannah. Let's get the tea. By the way, if anybody, if you've been listening to my podcast and, I've been kind of away for a while, I'm fully intending on coming back and I'm just going to do audio podcasts from now on. I know I've been doing video and that's part of the reason why I had to take a break is because it was just, sometimes I don't want to be on video all the time. So I'm going to do some testing of what it's like to do an audio only podcast. So I'm going to come back with that. So if you're a podcast listener, come on back starting in 2023. We'll have new episodes. Brand new episodes that are not pieces of Mindset Monday recordings as well. Okay. Hannah says, okay, so you might not, but do you remember when I asked about my brother's best friend and how we were a thing and he had to start being distant from me because of my brother? I believe I remember, but I know I've had that conversation a couple times. So, but I feel like I remember we talked about it on Mindset Monday, like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. Is that you? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, good. Yay, Tiffany likes the podcast. Yeah, I just had to take a break for a minute. And so we were just repurposing Mindset Monday content and putting it on the podcast. Now, I will say I'm going to be doing that on YouTube. Like I said, when I go back on video, I kind of feel like I'm going back to an old job. You know that feeling? It's just like it's like, God, I've already done this, and it's kind of hard to, I've found that it's been hard to work it back into my schedule because I don't feel like as aligned with making the videos as I did like in the beginning. I was so passionate about like getting the word out. And then it's like I feel like I've gotten the word out now. So now it's more about what do I do now? What do I do going forward to continue to grow this in the best way possible? Hannah says, okay, so well, I thought that was over and done with, but the other night my friend stole my phone, called him, asked him all these questions, and basically confessed that he has feelings for me this whole time. That's exactly what I fucking said. I always tell people when it comes to things like this, I'm like, affirm that they've had a crush on you the whole time. Affirm they've always had a crush on you. It's always been like that. Your brother is like cool with it. He's glad. He wants to see you guys together. He couldn't imagine you being with anybody else. He couldn't imagine his friend marrying anybody else or whatever you want to do with him. I'm just making up things. But I always tell people, like, just if you have a crush on someone and you're wanting to manifest them, the story is that they have had they've been the ones with the crush. They've had the crush on you as long as you have or whatever. Like they've liked you the whole time. And so, fuck yeah, Hannah. Proud of you. That's so exciting. Oh, you said it was way earlier in the year, like March. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so congrats, Hannah. You said you were so right. I'm telling you, because it's your reality. Like, and if we're gonna pick one, if it's your reality and you have an unrequited crush or something like that, there's somebody that you've been wanting to be with for a while. What's the best possible scenario? They felt the same way the whole time, right? Like maybe we don't. I don't know. You can obviously affirm anything that you want from that point forward. We've been together this whole time or whatever. But to me, the easiest and best thing is to go to the story of, oh, well, yeah, they've been feeling this way the whole time. And like, they can't keep it in anymore. They need to, like, they have to let me know. They can't hold it in anymore because they're tired of this longing. They're tired of that unrequited feeling. They're tired of like watching you from afar and just wishing that you would say something. So they're going to say something now. Congrats. That's so exciting. You said, I kept telling myself he has to have a crush on me because why the fuck wouldn't he? Exactly. Why wouldn't he? It's probably part of the reason why he sticks around your brother. Oh, and you said, okay. One of the things is that him and your brother are on the outs. So you're trying to manifest a healthy situation for all three of you. You will. Don't stress out about it. Were you here like 5 or 10 minutes ago when I was talking about don't stress about your manifestation? Because don't stress about it. Like, it's going to be fine. Obviously, it was fine. It's exactly what we said happened. He's liked you the whole time. Great. Fucking great. Go on about your life. Like, it's going to be fine. Maybe in the 3D, he needed to have a little bit of a falling out with your brother in order to feel okay taking the next step with you. And now that he feels okay with it, now we can all come together. If that's going to be our story, great. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everyone's coming back together. They're fine. They're happy. They're healthy. They're whole. We're glad we're a big, happy family. Like, they're going to be fine. And that's just going to be the story from now on. So don't give it anything else. Ashley says, what's the best answer, to expect it or to not expect it? And what to do either time? Okay. I just heard in my head, expect the unexpected. Okay, I'm going to give you an example that not everybody may be able to relate to personally, but hopefully you'll get what I'm saying. So this is what I want to say about this one. You know how if your parents are still here, whatever, you know how like if you text your mom, you just expect your mom to answer. Like, you're not worried about if your mom's seeing somebody else. You're not worried about whether they're at work, whether you're going to bother them. Mama, where are the tortillas? Or like, it's like you don't care. You're just like, Mama, God, like you're going to text her a million times. You expect it, but you take it for granted, right? Like, you don't worry about it. So it's like, it's almost like expectation is in like with the absence of the fear of not having it. It's just a given. It just is. So you expect it, but you also don't like constantly think about it because you don't have to, because it's already there. Like it just isn't something that requires, of course, what are you talking about? Doesn't require any like work to convince yourself of. So it's like a fine area. It's just this area of like, I don't need it or care. So I'll actually, okay, I'm going to talk to you. I think I told my client this when I talked to them. So I was talking to a client and we were talking about like SP and stuff. And I was explaining to them, like, I've talked to you guys a lot lately about how I'm working on changing my concept about my body and like what my body does with food and how food reacts in my body and what food does and who's allowed to have it and when and all those things, and rewriting that story so that I don't have these like dumbass stories about like I can't have that or that's bad or it's gonna equate to blah blah blah. So I was talking to her about how when it comes to love stuff, I have an expectation of being loved. Like I don't have how do I say this? I had love growing up. So I don't have it's not something I have to worry about. I've said before, like I with my husband, like becoming like cool about who I was what brought him in. At this point, I don't worry about where he's going. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I don't think that anywhere could be better than what he's got. I mean, it could be different, but I mean, like, this is pretty awesome. Like I understand that like what I have to offer is great and it's worthy of the exchange that I'm getting and giving. So love stuff is not an issue. And again, if something was to happen with my relationship, I would be able to get another one and it wouldn't be a problem because I don't have that thing to correct. However, when it comes to body stuff, I've always had the body I like. I love my body. I've always been in the best body ever. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But it's something that I may have to actively work on. I don't know how long forever. I may one day just decide it may become true for me and I don't have to work on it anymore. But until that day happens, it's something that I have to watch out for because that is not programmed in me the way that like expecting love is programmed in me. And we all have things that we expect without realizing it and things that we have a hard time believing we're worthy of. And so the job really is to like the stuff that you don't worry about, you manifest it easily. Like, and usually it's like this is where the areas generally are like health, self, like body concept, self-concept, confidence, love, and money is generally like the play. And then like there's like things like success. Like I talked to a lot of people who are like overachievers and they like achieve so much. They have these incredible jobs and they do so much, but then like their love life is not so good because they fully believe that they could go to the top of every fucking ladder they try to climb, unless it's a love ladder, right? Then it's a different story. So there's like these categories that we kind of all seem to have where like achieving in this one area, not a problem. Achieving in multiple areas, not a problem. Achieving in this area, now we're talking about manifestation. Now we're talking 360. Now we're talking about awareness and discipline because we have a story that's not working out for us that we've been believing for a very long time. So, expecting and not expecting, the stuff that you take for granted is stuff that's easier to manifest. So if you can put that energy onto stuff you really care about, like, man, I'm not worried about that. That shit always comes through. That's why people that don't really care that much about what they're manifesting get it easier because they don't have the thing within them that's telling them they can't have it. Katie says it should be an expectation based in self-confidence, not out of feeling insecurity. Exactly. And so it's like, if you're manifesting something to fill an insecurity, this is a fucking, hold on, Katie. This is a great topic. If you're manifesting something to fill an insecurity, and I'm talking to you right now because I'm talking to you. If you're manifesting something or someone to fill an insecurity, you are manifesting from lack. You will only continue to get lack. You will not get the thing you want. And if you do, it will not fulfill you. Okay? This is a mirror. So you have to manifest from a place of having of satisfaction in order for the outcome of the manifestation to be satisfying. Does that make sense? If you manifest from a place that says, I don't have it, I don't have enough, I need this to feel better, when it comes through, you'll still need something to feel better because that's your energy. And the thing that you're manifesting is just a byproduct of your energy. SG says, feeling called out, but that's what we come here for. Good, SG, that's great because it's not even about you. I mean, not that about it. Was not even personal, So it's like good. If you're hearing that, fuck yeah. You're paying attention. You're seeing yourself in this, and you're finding ways of changing the story. You're recognizing. So that's great. Melinda says, I was starting to have fun with manifesting him too, and then I got tripped up over a 3D situation. Listen, you don't act like you're not having fun manifesting him anymore. Don't let that be the thing you used to do and now it's different. I'm having fun manifesting him. Sometimes the 3D is a little tricky, but you know what? That's why we stay on top of it. That's why we do 360. That's why we pay attention and we keep going. So it's not this thing that like, oh, I was doing good and now I'm not. You're always doing great. You always come back to the story that puts you in control and puts you in power. Dina, is that the song? Are you singing that song? It's Justin's, right? She's singing Justin's. Mr. Timberlake's. Okay. Danny says, even though I've never paid for any of your services, your podcast and Mindset Monday alone have helped me feel comfortable in my own skin again. Thank you, Danny. I'm so glad to hear that, and glad you're here and happy to be a part of that with you. And congrats. That's you. You did that. You manifested that, and then you made those changes within yourself. Cassie says, I feel like I've been trying so hard to manifest money for 3 to 4 months now, and none has come in. I try not to focus on not having it. Any advice? Yeah, here's the deal. Okay. You said it right there. I'm trying to manifest money. I'm trying hard, but it's not happening. That's your reality. And okay. There's something that I see with people. There's like this, I guess it's like a paradox for people. They don't really understand this. They think that because they've been manifesting something for XYZ amount of time, that matters as to why they don't have it right now. The reason you don't have it right now is because for the last 3 to 4 months, you've been trying, but it's not here yet. And it may seem like you've been trying for 3 months and then it wasn't here, but I guarantee you the story has been, I'm trying, but it's not here yet for the whole 3 to 4 months. And that's why you don't have it. Does that make sense? And so people, I get okay. I'm going to talk. All right. This is going to might be a little, not personal to you, Cassie, personal to somebody else that was kind of talking to me on YouTube comments, because I see, not saying you're doing this, Casey, but I have in the past seen people who get mad at me because it's been a long time that they haven't manifested, as if that has anything to do with me, as if it's anybody's fault but their own. And I mean this with love. And then when I tell them, it's because you keep saying that it's not here, they always respond, yeah, but it's been this long and da-da-da-da. And then this is why, and this is why. And I'm like, you're not fucking hearing me. The reason you don't have it is because more often than not, you are focused on it's not here yet. And all the reasons why, more than you're focusing on the I'm manifesting it but part. That part is I'm manifesting it, but it's not fucking here yet. That's what you're doing. I'm manifesting it, but it's not here. And then you expect it to be there. And then you're like, why isn't it here? I've been doing it for months. No, you haven't. No, the fuck you have not. Don't you sit here and lie to me. Lie to yourself and don't lie to me. But really though, it's you need to be abundant in the mind and in your spirit, period. No, forever. No, not for until da-da-da. You need to be the abundance. And abundance is not, I'm trying, but it's not working. That is not abundance. That's the opposite. So whatever you're doing to try, that part's cool. But then the rest of the time, when you're looking at what you have, when you're counting down, when you're counting backwards, and you're adding this and this and this, when you're worrying about how this thing's going to get paid, when you're stressing about this, you know what you're not doing? You're not manifesting money in those moments. You're not making it better. So like stressing about it, what's the point? You're going to be broke regardless. Here's some. If your money's not coming in, the money's not coming in whether you stress or don't about it. You're going to be broke regardless. You're going to be broke stressing. Listen, would you rather be broke stressing or broke not stressing? If you're going to be broke either way, you might as well not stress about it, because stressing about money definitely pushes it away. Not stressing about money is what allows it to come in. So if you're going to be broke, if your money is what it is now, the best thing you can do is learn to be like, I guess I don't fucking care. And to look back at your life and be like, you know what? All these times I was worried about money, I've been okay. It's been fine. I'm still here. It's still okay. I've still done it. I've still taken care of myself. I still pulled it off. The money still came through. And really looking at the fact that, like, even though it's been hard and you want money to come through, you've been okay this whole time. You're here now. So if the money in your account is what it is right now, the last thing you need to be doing is worrying about it, because that's only going to make you have less money. You can't worry. You're not going to worry yourself into more money. You know what I mean? Like, you can work yourself into more money, but that's linear thinking, because that's not going to help either, because this is a realm of quantum possibility. And if you're operating on linear thinking, like our time equals money, dollars equals money, you're not using the power the power that exists here on this planet. Hold on, let me find the let me go on the index here. Oh, that was literally the second chapter. Okay, hold on. So this is from the book How Rich People Think. This is a really, really, really good book. I highly suggest it. I know as soon as I'm done with it, I'm going to start it over. And he talks about like how the middle class thinks about money and how the world class thinks. And essentially the world class is like the rich or the wealthy or the elite, whatever. And he's not talking about evil elites. He's talking about good elites, because one thing he points out, he's like 90% of charities, I don't know, I'm making that number up, but let's say the vast majority of charities, and not just the vast majority of them, but like the largest part of charities, they run off of the money from the elite, the people that we think are evil and the billionaires that shouldn't have all that money. Guess what? They fucking keep the charities alive. They're the people who are fucking donating so much that it makes a difference. Okay. So like, it's not bad to have money. So that's another thing that we need to dismantle in our minds. But thinking about money in linear versus nonlinear terms, I'm going to just read some of the things that I had already highlighted. The world class realize that since there is no limit to ideas, there's no limit to how much money they can earn. Ideas are where money is at, not time, okay? The masses waste a substantial percentage of their mental energy worrying about money, while the champions are fearlessly directing their focus to becoming worthier every day. Fortunes can be created almost overnight with the right idea at the right time, but only if the performer understands this nonlinear phenomena. So money is energy. Money is not dollars and cents. Money is not plus and minus. Money is not time spent on a clock. Money is a concept. And when you can allow your money to be what it is in the 3D without it changing your concept of who you are and what you're worthy of, what you get, what you have, what's coming down the line, what's possible, and all that stuff, then you become a master of it, right? So you can't be worrying yourself. You can't be using your mental capacity to worry about money, because that will only give you limited amounts of money. And again, in the 3D, the money you have is already there. So like the last thing you should be doing is continuing to worry. The best thing you can do is detach, look at it and be like, it is what it is, man. It's what it is right now. I can't do anything about it by worrying about it. What I can do is feel better about it. And then either more ideas will come, more money will come through. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to be in a better space, and I'll be able to at least appreciate what I have more or something, but it's going to make your quality of life better. And obviously it'll manifest on the back end, but being really aware of like how much is going out and stuff like that, and not really focusing on what's coming to you, and growing that in your mind, and really changing the way you think about money at all angles. Every time money comes up, bills, health, what you can do with your fun, your job, hours in the day, how much money is in your bank account, what you can shop for, what you get to eat, what you get to wear, when you see other people, when you're buying gifts for other people, if you think about donating, if you want to invest in a class, it's fucking everywhere. Okay. So you have to be super on top of it if you want to change that, because if not, you have so many thoughts and experiences that validate the fact that you don't have enough money, that it's much easier to believe that reality, and you'll continue to manifest it. Leon, I like that quote. You can put that on our little notes. Our quotes, notes. Rebecca says, no more budgets because I always have more than enough. That's been my main mantra. I just repeat it when my doubts try to creep in. I distract right away. Nope, I have more than enough. I love it. And you had one that lastly, and when we talked a few months ago, Synergy fam, I'm going to do a shout out, but you were talking about how like your mantra was, or you were doing an affirmation. Every time I count my money, I have more. Like I count it and then I count again and I had even more than I thought I did. And so that's another two. I'm just like, no, every time I check, there's even more than I thought there was going to be, or than I expect, whatever. So it's fun how we all share affirmations and like, give each other inspiration and stuff for this. Tiffany says, thank you, Tiffany, for the super chat. I appreciate you. He said, this convo of manifesting from insecurity is deep. I think I've been doing that. It's unlocking something new for me to look at. Can you talk more about that? Thanks. Yeah. Do you have something specific? Tell me something specific. What is it unlocking for you? And then while you're typing that, because I know there's a little bit of a delay, somebody asked about 360. Let me find that post or that comment. Where did it go? I don't know where it is. I don't know. Okay, someone asked about 360. 360 is coming back in January. So if you're interested in joining, go to my website. Oh, there it is. Okay, Linda. Just wondering, when is 360 coming out? 360 is coming back at the end of January, potentially top of February, but right towards like the end, that kind of area, the last like 4-ish weeks of January. So if you're interested in joining 360, go to roxytalks.com and click the 360 method tab, and then that'll put you on the wait list so you can find out exactly when it's dropping and everything. Malachi, hello. I did 3 days in the studio this week, and that's my new standard, is 3 days a week, at least 3 days a week in there minimum. Because when I was in there, I did 3 days. I was like, damn, like I really need to be in here every day to make some headway on this. Because there's so much to do. And now we're like working on a second album because we're so good at stuff. So I have like my first album to finish up, and then we're working on technically we're talking second and third album, because I had another album that we started that we didn't finish, but that one might not. I don't know if I'm going to release that because that was really personal. But new album is coming, and then another one's going to come soon after that, because we're working on them kind of simultaneously. Oh, Leanne. Yeah, thank you, Leanne. Everybody that's on the 360 waitlist will get access to the pre-sale for 360 as well. Thanks, Leanne, for reminding me. Black Goddess, have I ever taken a class on Udemy? I have not, but I have heard of it, but I've never taken a class on there. Melly says new beats in the folder too. Guess what? I'm going in the studio tomorrow. I have my voice lesson, and I already told Chris after tonight to break this down and put the studio up so that it's ready to go. So I will be back. I'm going back in tomorrow. We're going to get this shit done. I promise. It's going to happen. Okay. I'm waiting on Tiffany. I know Tiffany's typing. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to also I'm going to try to work on having more merch this year. I made like a bunch of merch last year, and I got really busy and didn't like have a release for it. So I want to have a new release for that and put the new merch out and do more merch this year. So I might start doing that as well, and like maybe like wearing more of it so you guys can see, maybe inspire you. Okay. Tiffany says, I've been working on manifesting very specific success and it's caused me to struggle with celebrating my wins if they aren't monumental. The idea of maybe it's because insecurities of not making it. Okay. So Tiffany, not that you weren't in Activate Your Power, but I'm referencing it because this is a big part of Activate. And I think, I don't know exactly what we're going to do with Activate yet, but we'll probably bring it back somehow later. But it was really, really, really powerful. We all really loved it. We had a lot of personal successes and growth in that program. But one of the things that we really talked about, and actually it was the first day of Activate, was talking about celebration. We need to, all of us, but Tiffany especially, because we're talking to you right now, you need to be practicing celebrating all the time. You need to celebrate small stuff. You need to celebrate big stuff. You need to take time to acknowledge what you've done, because this is exactly the problem, is that when you are not programmed to celebrate and acknowledge your success, then big and little things get, like, you don't take the time to pause to appreciate them. So how do I say this? So when you don't take the time to pause and appreciate the small stuff, you're not in the habit of taking time to appreciate when big stuff comes through. So when the big stuff comes through, generally what's going on is you're so used to being like an achiever and you're always looking to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing's going to make me happy. The next thing's going to make me happy. The next thing's going to make me happy. But nothing will ever make you happy if that's your program. So I'll tell you, for me, that's what happened to me when I released my first album, like 5 years ago or however long that was. I was so, and you guys have seen me, like I've been like go, like workaholic mode for years and years. Like I'm just now kind of starting to get out of it. And it was the same when I was doing my album. So I didn't really have any joy when I was creating it. And I was just like working against my own deadline, which is something I think we talked about this with Synergy recently, is like deadlines are just, when they're self-imposed, sometimes it's just a way of you to like put pressure on yourself that's unnecessary. So I put all this pressure on myself to release my album at this arbitrary date that nobody fucking gave. Nobody was asking me for it that date. I just picked the date and then I was like, oh, I gotta get all this done. So I rushed through it. It was not a labor of love. It was a labor of like, I have to fucking get this done. And that energy, once it released, I didn't enjoy the release. And even Malachi was like, you looked like robotic on stage. And I felt robotic. I was not enjoying myself. I was, I put out this album and then I had my release party and I'm performing and I was just like going through the motions because I like had to do it, like I had to do my performance because I said I would or whatever. So, Malachi was like, I could see you were totally in your head. You like looked robotic. Like I could tell you weren't enjoying it. And like, I wasn't. And that was the night I decided to quit music. And like when I started pursuing coaching. So I'll just, I can just tell you from that experience, which I've had others, but that one in particular, not taking time to celebrate and to love what I was doing and to love myself through that affected the end result of it. And now it's like, it's so important that I'm working to do this all the time with whatever I'm doing, because again, if you're not in the habit of celebrating, when the big stuff comes in, you're not going to celebrate because you don't do that. It's not part of who you are. It's not the part of the fabric of who you are. Like you may do a little thing here and there, but you're not going to feel the real feelings of self-appreciation if you're not primed to do that. Like if you're primed right now to not self-appreciate, you will not self-appreciate when the big things come through, because the big thing will come through and you'll be looking towards the next thing and it won't be big anymore. Tiffany said the wins run together. Like, okay, next thing, savoring the wins is non-existent. Exactly. That's exactly it. So you have to make a practice of savoring the wins now, and in the littlest thing. Like you found $1. Yes, fucking yes. Do something exciting for yourself. I don't know, just literally anything that comes up. It would really help you to start programming yourself to celebrate those things, even if they do seem trivial, because again, it's the nature of celebration that makes the celebrating fun. I'll give you a perfect example. You know how after the pandemic happened and like nobody knew how to be out in public anymore, and it's like it's not fun to go out as much anymore? It's why, because we lost the knowledge or even the muscle memory of how to go out and have fun because we stopped doing it for over a year. And then so then when you go back into social situations, it's awkward because that muscle hasn't been flexed in so long. So it's the same thing with celebrating yourself. Like if you don't celebrate yourself, like, you never been to a party, it might be really awkward and uncomfortable being at one because you don't know how to act, you don't know how to like blend into the scene, you don't know how to let go, right? So it's just like, if you're somebody who wants to be celebrated, then you need to celebrate yourself, Jinx says, I nominated myself for an award related to my business the other night, strictly to celebrate myself. Yay, Jinx, that's so awesome. That's so fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, self-nomination. I love that. And you're going to win it. Linda says, I love your spiritual shop. I never got to buy from it, but I know you said it was too much for you. Yeah, it was a little too many things on my plate. Like I'm already doing so well at getting through all the stuff that I have now. So having an extra thing on top of it was a little much. But that's okay because I learned that, and when it's time to do that again, I will. Fucking shut up, Malachi. Malachi said that's the same reason why I tell my girl to twerk every day. # muscle memory. I'm going to text her and ask her. I'm like, do you know what your fucking man is saying about you on live stream? But I am going to make my twerk-a-festing shirt. We're going to get that. We're going to get that for the new year. So that'll be fun. Maybe, oh my God, I just thought about it. Okay, hold on. We should have like a deluxe version of the album that goes out and that you can get the twerk-a-festing shirt with it. Ashley says, I just graduated, got my bachelor's degree, and didn't take the time to celebrate me. Yay, Ashley, congratulations. Go do something nice for yourself. Go do something fun. Go express yourself. Go do, something that makes you feel good. Even if it's just like being with people you love or doing something private. Just something that's you. Excuse me. Rebecca says, Tiffany, start celebrating what you did in the past. Last week, yesterday, hours ago. It will get easier and easier to celebrate closer to the moment. Thanks, Rebecca. Synergy fam. Just did activate your power. So we've all been really like immersing ourselves in who we want to be and like making sure we're doing that. So that's what we're doing. In Synergy, we are getting together and helping hold each other accountable so that we can be our best, not best selves, but our ideal selves, the selves that we want to be continuously every single day, working towards expanding and growing and doing that more and more. So anybody that wants in on, the master trainings that we do every month, 360 when it opens back up, we're going to be doing another round of the confidence boot camp as well in the spring. So any of the live events, and we also have private Synergy events. If you're interested in joining Synergy, that's what we do. And it's really just kind of an all backstage pass to all the stuff that we do here on Roxy Talks, all my programs, all the meditations, affirmations, and such. And also my business mastermind is in pre-enrollment right now. So all my business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, this is for you, holding a space to kind of talk about your business, to help you believe in it more, to help you with imposter syndrome, to help you align with the energy of the clients that you want and the business that you want to be, the business owner that you want to be. The business mastermind starts in January. We're in pre-enrollment right now until January 2nd. And if you do sign up during pre-enrollment, you will get a one-on-one 30-minute session private with me, which is something I don't offer anymore. So Really good opportunity right now for anybody that's in business or wants to start a business. And then, of course, we got our January group program, Trinity of You, which is all about harnessing the power of your sun, your moon, and your rising sign to become your final form, your highest version, your best, strongest, most powerful version, and taking the negative traits, quote unquote, negative traits, and turning those into superpowers. So that's our January group program. And New Year, New You Master Trading happens Wednesday. And the price is going up tomorrow at midnight PST. I know that's a lot, and I apologize, but thanks for sticking with me through that. Jinx says, can you talk about how the business mastermind is different from 360 method for those of us that have gone through 360? Okay, so okay. The business mastermind, the sessions will be similar in that it's going to be like an open-ended thing where I won't be necessarily teaching. I'm going to be holding space for people to come with their concerns about business or what's going on with them, with their mindset. And I will, coach through that, and then we'll kind of do that in a group setting. But it's going to be all related to business. So whereas 360 had a lot of like personal stuff in it, we were also talking about the program 360 itself and implementing, how we are manifesting and learning and all that stuff. This is just business talk. So this is like an elevated container, an elevated space where you're going to be just with people who are doing stuff like what I'm doing. And we're having these conversations, growing as this is a big job that you're doing. Building your own business and becoming a self-made person is a lot of work, and it's a lot of mindset work also to maintain it. So that's what that's going to be about. It's all business related. It's all growth. There will be money talk. There will be client talk, energetic talk. There obviously, I'm sure, will be logistic talk. People asking about how to implement things, but it won't be me teaching you how to do a business. It's going to be me helping you hold space for the mental part of it, like of maintaining it, of believing in it, of knowing it, of trusting in it, of taking leaps, of growing, of expanding, of thinking beyond what you're used to thinking. That's what it's going to be about. So it's going to be a really condensed conceptual container for us. So, and then I will also be doing Q&As in our private chat as well. So that's something that's not in 360 as well. So that's going to be the difference between that. And the mastermind lasts for 3 months. So that's how long that one is. Okay, so, and then Leanne linked a bunch in the chat. Thanks, Leanne. Melinda says, thank you for the mental adjustment. You're welcome, Melinda. And you know what? We all need it. I need it myself. I have to go in. My meditation is so important for me every single day. So important for me to meditate, because if I don't, then I'm definitely operating the day as my old self, for sure. 100%. You know what I mean? There's no way I'm not being my old self if I don't take the time to put myself into the energy of my ideal self, right? When you wake up, if you're not actively trying to think beyond where you're at, you're just going to be reacting to what's going on. I got to do this. My body feels like this. Oh, I got to let the dogs out. I got to do this. Oh, this time I'm going to be here at this time, whatever. You're thinking about the environment around you. Therefore, you're recreating the environment around you. Therefore, you're not moving forward, right? So, for me, it's crucial that I get into the mindset of my ideal every day, because then I can approach the day, then I have a much better chance of approaching the day from the perspective of my ideal instead of from the perspective of who I am right now. Because if I approach the day from who I am right now, then I stay who I am right now. I don't change, and neither does my world. But if I approach the day as my ideal would, if I go about this life as my ideal would do it, then I become that person more, and I change my world. Someone's writing in, wait, no. Is this French? No. No, that's not French. But it's not Spanish. But it looks kind of like Spanish. My name is Naine. Is that how you say that? I can't tell if it's saying I live a life that I love and it makes me happy, or I live a life I don't love that doesn't make me happy. Cause I don't know what language this is. So I'm trying to translate it from the Spanish that I know. Are you saying you want to be happy and rich? Because I can recognize happy and rich. I can see that. And wanting money. I can see that. Okay. And having money. It's funny because I can understand. I can see the nouns and like the subject, but I don't know the like the pronouns and like things like that. I don't know. I can't translate that myself. So it's Portuguese. I was thinking it might be Portuguese because it's so close to Spanish. But yeah. So I got the gist of what you're saying, but I can't tell if you're happy about what you have or if you wish you had something different. But I can tell that you were talking about happiness and money. I just can't tell if you enjoy what you have or you're wanting to manifest it. But thank you for you guys are so funny. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Last call for questions. Yeah. Okay, here's another thing that I'm doing in 2023, and I'm going to suggest everyone do here. I'm really working on tightening up my boundaries. I'm really working on putting myself where I want to be, where I feel the most passionate and the most lively, where I feel the most energetic and excited, and then I'm cutting myself off of things that are draining. So one thing I'm going to be doing now is no more 3-hour live streams. We're going for an hour and a half, and that's how long they're going to be. So this is our 10-minute mark. We're going to do last call for any questions or super chats. And then we'll get into homework here in a minute. But that's going to be my new boundary, is that I am going to go live for an hour and a half, period. That's how long Mindset Mondays are. And yes, condensed, more powerful. So Ashley says, can you just tell me I got my apartment? Moving time is in January for me. Can you tell me I have it? I just want to hear. You have it. There you go. That doesn't mean anything. You have to say it, but you have it. Well, I have a video about manifesting my place. You should watch it. Yeah, you should watch it because it's almost like it was a few years ago, but it was in January. So it's almost like the same exact timetable. And, they didn't, yeah, you should watch my manifesting a house video. So Jinx says, congrats on making that decision and setting that boundary. Thank you, Jinx. And that's actually going for my coaching too, because I'll be on coaching for hours and hours and hours. And I when I tell my business coach, she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, you cannot be doing these 3-hour coaching sessions. That's ridiculous. So 90 minutes is our cap. So I'm not being on camera at all for more than 90 minutes at all. No more than 90 minutes. That's it, period. So that's one boundary that I'm exerting for myself. Another boundary, here it is. I mentioned it before, but it's actually happening now. I'm going to close down Black Moon Society on Facebook. There is a brand new community. The website is community.roxytalks.com. It's my own network. It's my own website. You can, well, I mean, it's technically not my own website, but you get your own app. So it's off of social media is what I'm trying to say. It's off of social media. The support will still be there, but it's not going to be on Facebook anymore. So if you are in Black Moon Society and you want to stay, then head to community.roxytalks.com and sign up for a profile. You can download the app and then you'll have it right on your phone. You won't have to log into social media to go to the group. If you're not in the group yet, community.roxytalks.com, head there and sign up. Lucida says, good for you. Thank you, Lucida. I know it's taken me a while to be okay with this, but I have to listen to my intuition, and my intuition's been telling me this for a long time. So, I got to do it. Dina says 2023, the year of setting boundaries. I think it is. And, not just setting them, but like really enforcing them and putting our foot down, because here, okay. When I connect with my ideal, my tippy top self we're not running a Facebook group. And I don't mean that to like put it down or like to discount anyone that's in there. That's why obviously I have a new space for you, but like that's not on her fucking agenda. Like my ideal self is not checking no Facebook group, period. So, and I have other things with it, personal things with it that, reasons why. So it's like, why hold on to that? Because I've been wanting to do it for like 6 months and it's just been like dragging. So I decided it's going to happen now. It's happening now. It's going to happen. So the end of January, I'll give you guys a month if you're in there to switch over. But that's it. It's going. It's going up there. SG says, honestly, that's better for me. My job is always spying on me. Yeah. And, honestly, like it's going into Facebook, it's kind of triggering and it's also distracting, So like, even if you're going just to be in the group, like you have to log on to Facebook and then you're on Facebook. So that's that. So that, those are a couple of things for me. And another thing, I'm just telling you guys for your own personal inspiration or whatever. Another thing I'm doing to tighten up boundaries is I'm really tightening up my schedule. Because I work for myself, I can really do things whenever I want. And Shantae has inspired me. She has her affirmation that she found from someone. She found from someone that was doing this in real life. And so she was like, I'm going to take that affirmation and use it for myself. But I get my work done early and then I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. So I really want to start tightening up my schedule. We're tightening up how we are approaching everything. Again, I'm going to head back into the studio with music. I'm going to be doing the podcast on audio only now. And Mindset Monday is going to be an hour and a half to make the message more potent. So those are things for me. I suggest that you look at what you can do to cut stuff that drags you down, to, tie up some loose ends, to exert some boundaries, to quit stuff that's dragging you down or quit stuff that you don't want to be doing anymore, or that makes you feel a certain way, and actually put your foot down and do something about it for yourself. Because if you deep down know that your ideal wouldn't be doing it, then why are you doing it right now? And like for some people, like I'll give an example. I'm not going to give anyone's stuff away, but there's somebody that I know in the community that is looking to start their own business, and currently they're a little bit stuck in the 3D because their job happens to be a job of a teacher. And so as a teacher, we're in the middle of the year and there's expectations of staying until the summer and stuff like that. So that person is working on balancing out the ideas of what is my ideal. My ideal is not teaching anymore. So how can I tie up these loose ends and still stay here for the next 6 months, but while also expanding my mindset about where I'm going? So anyways, my point is, look at what you can do in your life. Where can you tie up some boundaries? Where can you tighten up your schedule? Where can you drop some stuff that is holding you back or draining you, and then do it and stand up for yourself. That's a big thing, is like we really need to put our, draw the line in the sand and then don't cross it. Be there for yourself. Enforce your own rules. So homework. Actually, that's your homework. Your homework is to cut some boundaries. I want everyone to make it. So this morning I made a list of I just put what's holding me back on the top. And then I just wrote some stuff. And then I put the reasons why it was holding me back. And my list was 4 things long, but then each thing had 5 sentences in it. Right. So that's 20 areas where I can focus my attention, where I can really put the focus on creating the life and the environment that my ideal is living. So I'm not just trying to be it in my mind, I'm also living it in my 3D. So my 3D can be affirming for me. My 3D can reaffirm my ideal if it is falling in alignment with my ideal, right? So yeah, so homework this week is, I want you to make a list of what's holding you back right now. And just make a list of what's holding you back right now, and then list the reasons why it's holding you back, or what aspects of it are holding you back, what parts of it, just, what it is, what's the problem? What's the issue? What do you want to do more of? Just kind of write yourself a few notes about it. And then that's where I want you to focus this week, is okay, what action steps can I take? If I can't do this today, can I do it in 30 days? Can I set I told my team today, I was I know I've talked about it with Black Moon, but I need you guys to hold me to this. Black Moon has got to close at the end of January. It has to. And so I'm I need you guys, to be on my ass to make sure that I do that, because I may, want to waver like I have the last few months. So what do you have to do to enforce these boundaries? Do you need to set an alarm? Do you need to tell a friend to remind you in 30 days? Do you need an accountability partner? Go into the group, community.roxytalks.com, and, put it in there, put your declaration there, and really just kind of share, if you can, or set these intentions for when you can tighten up these boundaries if you can't do it right now, or like what steps you can take. Is there a logical path? Are there baby steps? Is there something you can do today? Is there something you can do tomorrow? Just really, just again, it always comes down to awareness and discipline, knowing what you're doing and thinking in your life, and understanding like what's keeping you away from what you want, and making the swap, doing more of what's going to get you where you want and less of what's holding you back. Linda says, what's holding you back regarding manifesting? Just in general. Like for mine, I had like the Facebook group. One of them was my my schedule. One of them was like fears about whatever XYZ. And then there was another, I can't remember what the fourth thing was, but they weren't all the same thing. They weren't all tangible things. Like one of them was tangible. One of them was my schedule. One of them is like a fear mindset. And then again, I can't remember what the fourth one was, but I just had four things. And so I was like, these things are holding me back. This mindset, this scheduling issue, this thing in my world. And then again, I can't remember what the other thing is. And something else. And then I just kind of like listed how. So the idea here is like, would your ideal be doing what you're doing right now? Would your ideal be entertaining what you're entertaining? Would your ideal be putting up with that? And so the self-inventory is going to help you, again, drop the shit that's keeping you as your current self and start doing more of the stuff that's going to help you become your ideal self. Shantae says, nice homework. Especially at New Year's, I find myself naturally wanting to ask these questions. Perfect. Yay. Okay, good. So I want to hear how this goes next week. Hope says, love your channel, just discovered. Welcome, Hope. Glad you're here. This is I give out weekly homework. So this is our homework for the week, is helping everybody set boundaries, and not just set boundaries, but like cleaning up your boundaries, cleaning up what's holding you back right now. I know I see it, Leah. I'm getting there. I thank you. I appreciate you. We're doing it. We're getting on this thing. We're going to enforce our boundary of an hour and a half. And we're going to do it every week. And Leanne will post the homework in the community. Hope, community.roxytalks.com. That's our free community. So you can continue the conversation that we're having right here, because I'm about to jump off. Normally and lately I've been going for 3 hours, and it's just ridiculous. I'm not going to do that anymore. So, an hour and a half is my new boundary. I know I'm going over a few minutes right now. That's okay. We have our homework set. Everyone's going to work on their list of what's holding them back. And then, so it's a list of what's holding me back. What about it is holding me back? Or what are my observations? What's a problem? Just kind of like writing, why is this holding me back? And then what can I start doing about it? And then start doing some of those things. And even if, again, like I said, for example, of somebody who I know, has something where they literally can't wrap their mind around being their ideal for another 6 months, at least because of this, the job they have in the 3D, that's fine. Put that fucking shit on their 6 months. At 6 months, done. You know what I mean? I just want you to have a plan for when's the boundary going to be enforced. And if the main boundary is coming in 6 months, then what kind of boundary can we do in 3 months? What kind of loose ends can we tie up in 2 months? Just really thinking about like how you can make your world and your life and the actions you go through reflect the ideal versus reflecting the current so much. Okay. And oh my God, Nay just says, my dad unexpectedly gave me money. I'll be in the business mastermind by Friday. Girl, you manifested that like on this call, I feel like. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. She was like, oh, I'm getting that one-on-one. I'm getting that mastermind. Okay, so the mastermind's coming for the business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, people looking to start out doing their own thing, looking to expand doing their own thing. We're having a space for you, for us. It's people like us. You are my people. Not that anybody else isn't my people, but like the people that are here that are also business owners are really my people, because we have similar beliefs and we have similar jobs. So we get each other like a lot of people can't. So that's going to be the space for that, for the business owners, the coaches, and entrepreneurs. That's happening now. We're in pre-enrollment until January 2nd. And pre-enrollment gets you a one-on-one with me as well. Now, New Year, New You Master Training is happening Wednesday. So if you're ready to kind of shed who you were in 2022 and welcome in the person for 2023 and get the year rolling off right, we're doing a master training on Wednesday. It'll be 1 to 2 hours. It'll be an hour and a half is how long it'll be, because that's my new rule. It'll be an hour and a half long. And this is where we get together with a community. We learn a bunch of stuff in a condensed amount of time, and then you go off and kind of apply it into your life. So those are my shorter, like more condensed little pieces of workshop, I guess we could call them. That one, it's 111 right now until tomorrow night at midnight PST. It's going to go up to 222. RoxyTalks.com/live programs. And Trinity of You January program, where we're going to be taking your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, combining them into the most powerful version of you, and just making you a really badass manifester and ideal version of yourself. Woo! It's going to be a good year, good January. And 360 is coming back. I know it's a lot, but it's good because there's different stuff for whatever level you're at, whatever you're in, whatever you're doing, whatever you're manifesting. I've got something for you. Whatever price point you're able to get at, we have something for you as well. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening to me. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, because right now, as you're here listening to this, you are expanding yourself. You are believing more in your ability. You're listening to content that's going to help you grow versus content that's going to help you shrink away and shy away from what you want. This book, if anybody is working on money stuff, this book is excellent. How Rich People Think. It's super easy to read. Every chapter is literally like a page long. It's only like, this is one chapter right here. See how it's like a blurb, and then there's a few references and a quote. So it's super easy to read, super easy to consume. I'm like a third of the way through it, and I already know as soon as I'm done, I'm going to start it over, because it's that good, and I want to ingrain this stuff in my mind. Maybe I'll do a podcast episode about this. Because I'm bringing the podcast back. Audio only. So if you watch the videos, I'm not going to have them anymore. But that's okay. Because the word is good either way. Evelyn, check out my videos about manifesting the opposite. Esmeralda says, I want you to know that I love you and you inspire me. Thank you, Esmeralda. I appreciate you so much. And I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad that you're inspired and you're doing amazing. Evelyn, check out my video, because I have actually a couple of videos about that, and where I actually go into depth about why you manifest the opposite and why something happens to trick you. Oh, Dina, thank you. Actually, Evelyn, sorry, my phone's not on silent. Evelyn, I have a program, a mini course called Pass the Test. If you are able to invest, if you're not able to invest, watch my videos about manifesting the opposite. If you are able to invest right now, I have a program about that exact thing called Pass the Test. RoxyTalks.com/live programs. We'll get you there. And technically, RoxyTalks.com actually would be better, because it's not on that page. RoxyTalks.com. If you're able to grab Pass the Test, that will help you like stop this, because it is a program, and that's why it's happening. But I also have videos about it on YouTube for free as well. So yay, Esmeralda, I did see your comment. Thank you so much. I appreciate you popping through. Thanks everybody. Aya's in Paris. Oh my God, I want to go to Paris. Leanne says, Kristen says, just had a heart attack. That's my SP's notification. Your SP just texted you, Kristen. Congratulations. They're contacting you as always, as expected, as they always do. Leanne linked Pass the Test. Thank you, Leanne. Oh, it is our last mindset of the year. Oh my gosh. It's our last mindset of 2022. This is so cool. Thank you guys so much for being here and doing this. This is like my 4th year of it, I think, of doing this every week, which is crazy. I think that's the longest job I've ever had, honestly, consistently. I'm not even joking. I think 4 years is the longest I've ever gone consistently at something. Besides like making music or something, but like where I'm showing up all the time. Tiffany, that was very sweet of you. Said, thank you for another year of Roxy awesomeness. Excited for 2023 and all that Roxy Talks has in store. Thank you for your help and sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you, Tiffany. And thank you for being here and being such a, shining light with the community. And sorry, I'm getting a weird notification and I'm like trying to check it at the same time. It's all good. It's all good. So appreciate you guys, everyone, so much. Thank you for being here. This is, it is a new year, so the energy is about, shedding the old and welcoming in the new, but you can do that at any time. You can do that every single day. But we are here to do that all the time, really. So you're in the right place. We're shedding the old, we're becoming the new. Everything's working out for you. Everything is unfolding the way you want it to. Just ride that wave, trust and believe, and practice that thought process. Michelle, love you, and Merry Christmas to you too. And everybody, I appreciate you. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. If I'm going to see you on Wednesday's New Year, New You Master Training, come say hi. Definitely share on Instagram or share in your story if you're coming to the groups or if you're attending the programs. I love seeing you on there and sharing your stories with everybody. So feel free to reach out on social media, Instagram and all that stuff. Check out the podcast. It's coming back. 41 minutes, Roxy. 11 minutes ago, you're supposed to end. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Have a fantastic new year, and I'll see you